oh, that nigga remember you. He's like, yeah, that nigga remember me. But he was trying to act like he didn't remember you because he was cracking buns. So that's what that nigga remember me had to be that. Or
that's the funny thing too, man, is that like his sister used to always be like, oh yeah, my little brother, blah blah blah, whoopty woo, and it was like he would like speak about me like I was some kind of a legend or some shit. I'd be like, man, I'm not even really the man like that. Where I'm from, coming from where I'm from. And so then I seen it, niggas like, oh no, you know, high school was a long time ago. I don't know, and he tried to play me. Like I think he probably mad.
Bro, I was there in my skin when she told me this shit. Why would she make this up?
So I'm saying, like she was trying to make me feel better.
And why would you like my little brother look up to you like I'm fucking you? Your little brother supposed to hate me.
Right.
If that nigga looks up to me, I understand your big brother hating me, but your little brother, like you, I mean, you want to get buns too, right? Like, unfortunately, I'm fucking your sister, but at the same time, it should be, you know, one of those things that motivates you to go out here and talk to vagina.
Or maybe just be better in life in general.
Yo, so boom, funniest shit in the world. You know how, like, you hear some of the most disrespectful shit, but it'd be like simple bars. I was watching an old clip on Instagram yesterday. It was, Richard Sherman and Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless.
I saw that.
And the nigga, he was like, I'm 24 years old, and so far in your career, you not better than me. Like, I'm better in my career than you have ever been in yours. And he was like, I'm 24 years old, and I'm better at life than you. That is the most disrespectful shit you could say to a nigga. Like, you better at living. Like, you don't maximize your days like I'm maximizing mine. I'm 24 years old, I got accomplishments. You got some, but they not like mine. And I'm just like, nigga. And then he was the most shit-talking nigga in the world. And then you Skip Bayless, who's like this 47-year-old white dude that hasn't probably have any athletic bones in your body. You kind of got to just take that. And he's like, oh, you making it personal. I'm like, nigga, that's what we doing here. We having a personal conversation. You got to make it seem like the nigga told him, I'm better at living life than you. How much less? You can't make that impersonal.
Hey, you know what the funny part about that was when I seen it?
Wait, the nigga might be outside. Nah, the nigga trying to bend the block.
No, dude,
nigga, hi.
Guy was like, you gonna have 3.
Oh no, you can have me if you want. I'm not really a fried nigga. I just know you can't eat nothing else like a child. Baby food, which is understandable.
High and hungry, that's the theme, right?
High and hungry. That's the title of the podcast? First time we linked up, we was high and hungry. Hey, that shit hot.
Anything I say, I can't be held accountable for today because I'm on drugs.
And everything I do say, hold me accountable for. Because I am accountable, not responsible. Which is why we're doing the podcast, actually.
Well, I could be your accountability buddy. And since can't be held accountable, you are immediately absolved from any wrongdoing because I'm on drugs.
There we go. So people who see this, he already gave me the green light. Oh, shit. I had mad shit. All right. You feel like introing? Like introing
Not
for niggas?
really.
I ain't nobody.
I ain't either.
That's a fact.
I don't think the shit that niggas need to know is gonna come out over time anyway.
So they gotta tune in.
Got to tune in.
And if you don't want to tune in,
like,
don't tune in. But if you want to, you'll learn everything.
Yeah, episode 40, it might be like, oh, remember that one time I was doing? And it'd be like, wait a minute, what does this nigga do?
Oh, that's what. Wow,
you know
this
I mean?
nigga. Yeah, right.
All
right.
come together like butt cheeks.
There we go.
Eventually.
I got wild quotes in my phone. I swear we have, nigga. I've been doing this for fucking years. Podcast. But really, we just hear. We on?
Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah, we live.
Are we live? Hey, make sure we gotta get a soundboard because that's where we need Ray J right there. Are we live? Yeah, because apparently we were supposed to do a podcast for at least 2 years now, based on niggas at the gym who say we deserve our own show. Mm-hmm. I don't really know if they're gonna tune in, but you want some more fries, nigga? Because I don't want to be the only nigga eating on camera. Please do.
I might take a couple. We definitely
nigga,
all the rules against.
Oh.
Eating and shaking, smacking on mics.
We trying to be respectful with our smacking, but
we ain't nobody. Y'all we don't have no listeners anyway, so
no one's here.
Don't matter.
Just us. What made you think it took us so long?
Life. And not only that, I think that you have this problem anytime you do something that is already super integrated into who you are and what you do already. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense or not because I'm high.
It
But
did make sense.
let's say you a nigga who just like to clean his own shoes and keep his own shoes clean. Starting a shoe cleaning company is like what could be one of the hardest things in the world. People are like, why don't you just whoop-de-woo? Or like you, like with the personal trainer shit. Niggas always try to tell you to be a personal trainer. It's like not the same, but at the same time we're having the same conversations we were having at the gym. So it's I don't know what it is. It's about that. I can't really articulate what the problem is.
It's like it's our part of our lives. It's so regular. We're like, nigga, why would somebody appreciate something that's really normal? Like, I feel like if niggas work out with me.
I think we have like a disconnect there because we not missing nothing. We know the world might be missing something, or our five listeners might be missing something. But we gonna have these conversations every day regardless. So by us not doing this, it's not like we forgot to tune into the podcast or like we wondering when these niggas gonna put another episode out. It's because we get these conversations every day.
So basically, we just being some real selfless niggas right now.
Selfless, yes.
Because we out here sharing shit that we share with each other every day.
Exactly.
We just letting the world have
and getting everybody privy.
Damn, they ain't even put in no work, bro.
None.
They ain't did not one set.
Not a goddamn
Not
thing.
sweated 5 minutes in the sauna or nothing.
Which is funny because that was like one of the original concepts as like friendly white people walk by.
Well, that's a fact. You know, they was smiling and shit. They had good credit.
But that was one of the concepts. The earlier concepts we had was like to do like sauna sessions or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go in the sauna and just like a lot of times we just bullshit ourselves into staying in the sauna longer by having good conversations and incorporating strangers in on some fuck shit and just asking them random questions or like letting them overhear the conversation. And I think that kind of hyped up our ability to kind of like bat ideas and witty banter off of each other back and forth because we got a little bit of audience and we you know what I'm saying, hype up the fuck shit a little bit. You know what I mean?
Just me and you. No one gets it. It'd be me and you be like,
a random old Asian lady. She probably don't even speak English. She's in there drying off from getting out of the pool.
Oh, you got cute. You cute. Miss Swan looking and shit. Hey, nigga, them fries are spicy. I don't know. These are from Omaha Tap House. And I order jalapeno fries because I heard it boosts your metabolism. And I be trying to be in shape. Not be fake. Shit. These hitting different. I don't know. This nigga tough. But so if I have to drink more water, nigga, you want them fries? You can have all them fries,
I'll take them.
nigga.
I think I might just be tolerant of them because I'm on drugs.
I just talk mad shit about I don't like to order spicy wings because I end up being pussy thinking I'm not pussy. And then I eat the wings and be like, oh, shit. Nigga, that's how I did with them fries. Like, these fries taste good, but they're not worth it to me. They're really not worth it. So please do cash out. Yeah, but it's crazy because we always think like.
I'll tell you what, since I know you gonna eat all your food, I'm probably just like tear this off.
Oh, that's a fact. I was about to say we've been there, niggas. I got pussy hands though, so. But damn, every fry is like, ain't the good weed. Oh shit.
Oh nigga, this is where all your money went from the DoorDash. The box is impeccable.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta edit that out.
The box being impeccable?
Nah, the DoorDash. Niggas ain't cutting a check.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, no problem.
And it wasn't even DoorDash, so we really can't cut the check for some shit You know what? Give DoorDash the money. Because we just had a conversation how I was like finamming them niggas out of money. So DoorDash, we gonna plug you only because I was scamming y'all for the last month and a half. And I had wild credits on my account because I'm a smart nigga. Not really smart, but I'm a nigga who be like using the loopholes of incognito tabs on my Safari browser, and I would just use a different email so y'all niggas couldn't track like my IP and shit. So I was making like 5 different accounts, and that's how I was getting like $20 off each order.
He put me onto the shit, and I got tired of doing it.
Yeah,
I be wasting wild money eating food. I'm just like, I don't really feel like doing all that.
Well, it's different.
Gonna save like $400.
Yeah, I'm the brokest nigga I know, and the irony is, I probably spent more money trying to finance. Oh, nigga, that's a jalapeno. That's a big jalapeno.
That's probably why it's jalapeno fried. They probably squeeze the juice out of it like a lemon on a taco and just put it on the side.
I ain't even gonna do that to the listeners yet. That shit look phenomenal. The way them fries hit my esophagus, though, that lets me know there's a little too much spice.
We got jalapeno fries and jasmine tea.
Oh, that's a Sunday cheat meal if I've ever heard one. What you gonna do for tomorrow's Labor Day? You balling out on the food or no? You just gonna try to take it slow? If anybody don't know, so this nigga had some shit going on. You wanna tell people what happened?
Oh, you can go ahead.
I mean, I don't really know what happened, but apparently the nigga had some dental work and the nigga can't eat. So I mean, I will address the story if make it seem like the nigga was under for 5 hours and he came out. I don't know. I just know the nigga ain't been eating real food, so all he got is these soft ass fries because they not the crinkle cuts out the Ore-Ida
Basically,
bag. But
you know, doctor said I need to bacchiotomy. Then it said all these holes was in my grill, and I had to, you know,
double entendre.
get a
Hey, we
little
gotta
work.
get a sound effects for all the puns. We gotta have like a pun bag or something. Like, I don't know, somewhere, some cool little pun bag. Where we like, yo, because we're not just gonna let them go over the viewers' heads. They're gonna be like, wow, these niggas is really clever. Because they don't, people don't catch this shit.
They won't catch
we be in a sauna and niggas don't be catching the bars. Me and you be laughing. They be like, it was funny because y'all niggas is laughing, but we don't really understand.
They think the shit just funny because it sound random.
It's not. And the thing
But
is,
it'd be like so layered.
it's layers to our randomy. We have the randomy that just be like on top of each other, and they be like trying to catch the first bar, and we be on the third bar already. So like you missed the other two. So what's the point? And if you got us, hey, did you hear what he said? And nah, nigga, we passed it already. So I want to have a conversation with you that you missed out on because it's this is where the podcast might get good. So boom, oh, we eating though. I don't give a fuck. You tough. You tougher than me. So the other day we playing ball. Me and the homie Alwyn. Ironically, Cam. Let me shout out Cam because he gave me some podcast tips. I don't know if we're going to use them, but nonetheless, I would appreciate the knowledge. We're playing 21. I think I ended up betting Cam like loser do 25 push-ups, whatever the fuck it was. So we were talking about something about health checkups and how niggas don't be aware. Oh, we're talking about you. This nigga out the gym for a couple of days because he had some shit happen. I was like, it's crazy because niggas got to learn how to get older and sacrifice as we get older. And I was talking about, I was like, there's some shit I'm scared of. Like the prostate exam. My dad just turned, I think he turned 55 this year. 55 or 56. 55 this year. And he ain't got his prostate exam. They say you get it at 50. I said, damn, Big James, I need you to be healthier, blah, blah, blah. Get your prostate exam just to make sure you're good. But I understand why he hasn't. Because I'm not with the shits. To each their own. Whatever. So we're having that talk, and I was like, yeah, I know when I hit 50, I'm going to have to get this done because I'm the nigga who always talking about health is wealth and metabolism and fucking blood work and cardiovascularity, all that good shit. So trying to live on my raps, I'm like, yeah, when I get 50, I'm going to really try to do it. And they're like, it's a woman who's playing basketball with us. You've seen her. She has the ankle weight sometimes. Kind of a heavier girl. She's light-skinned.
What the ass look like? Honest question.
She shapely. She's shapely. She's like the chick who probably like
Shapely like Dr. Robotnik or like Coke bottle. Shapely is subjective.
mixy, like right in the middle, like a happy medium. So it's like,
like-
she's an athletic Dr. Robotnik. So it's like, no. So she can play ball, but you could just tell like she probably like was really nice in high school, like the thick chick with the wild full sports bra. And then she just like kind of let herself go after, not let herself go, but just kind of like lived life and stopped exercising and carrying a heavy ass backpack up 4 flights of stairs every day, whatever. But now she still tries to stay in shape and play ball. She's not an ugly girl, blah, blah, blah. She's just a random girl I've seen. Again, you might know her, light skin, glasses, whatever. But so she's like, what are you guys making it a big deal about these things like the prostate exam? I was like, what do you mean? Now, mind you, she's paid 21 with us. She heard us talk shit. She kind of got most of our personalities down. She says, what's the big deal about a prostate exam? Don't you do other stuff with your butt?
Whoa.
And I'm like,
Time out.
I look at the guys. I was like, what do you mean? Like, go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
like,
other
I
stuff.
thought first I was like, other stuff.
And
She's
that's
like,
not stuff, that's one thing.
she's
And
like,
that's-
nah, like, you just don't, like, you don't do sexy stuff? I was like, what do you mean sexy stuff? Like, I'm confused. I'm baffled because I'm like, I don't know this woman that well. Normally, we're the niggas who are kind of outlandish and just pulling this with the ass like comments out the air. And her ass was decent. Her ass was decent. I mean, for her size, ass was decent. The shape is cool, whatever. But because one of the homies was trying to like fake not guard her one day. And I said, oh, you trying to get her number after the game, huh? I see what you did there.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
let her post up on them.
yeah, that was a fact. Nigga wasn't guarding her tough. He's like, I hope she backed me down, bro. So she said that, and I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you don't get like a finger or a lick? I said, no, I don't do that. Why would you? She's like, how old are you? And I'm like, 30. She's like, oh, you will. And I'm like,
Whoa.
how old are you? She's like, I'm 26. I'm like,
Damn, I thought she sounded like she 45
it's
trying
a
to tell
fact.
you.
When you
ain't-
drop the
you ain't living
prostate and all
life.
that shit, I'm like, wait, so you telling me you different? So I look at my homies, and I don't want to judge them because
Did she say like you will? Like she was looking at you like type of nigga
She
you
made it
is, or
seem
she
like
was
the world doesn't.
Everybody
Yeah.
eventually goes down that rabbit hole.
And here I am though. I'm like,
pun
if you're
intended.
26 and you talking about licking buttholes or whatever and putting fingers. I don't know what exactly. She didn't narrow it down, but she was just like, "Oh yeah, you don't." I'm like, "Is that the new wave?" And I was like, "No, I heard about older niggas liking it and other like content I've watched, and they be like, 'Oh yeah, I like to do this. I'm older, I'm more mature, cool.' I'm not there yet. I'm not that comfortable with tooting my thing up and letting a girl touch anything under my balls. Just don't work that way." So I look at Altman, and he's kind of looking at me like, make the Altman face. I'm like, "Oh, okay.
Oh, not as a face.
And I'm like, he's like, "Nah, I don't know about that either." I'm looking at Cam like, I don't want my friends to feel uncomfortable, like I'm trying to call them out, like, y'all niggas be doing that gay shit. And I'm like, it's cool. God bless y'all. I'm like, I have no problem, but like, sex is the weirdest fucking thing now because I'm hyper masculine, but I'm sure it's some gay shit that I do during sex. Not really gay, but y'all know what I mean. I'm not politically correct. That's the smart one over there. So when I say gay, I just mean some stuff that's not masculine. I don't mean like, oh my God, let's be homophobic. I have gay friends. You know how they do that. I have a black friend. I have a gay friend. I have a couple gay friends, and I respect their choices. I don't want to hear about their sword fights, but at the same time, God bless them. So she was talking about it, and I'm looking at my homies. I'm like, I don't want them to feel uncomfortable, but it was basically, I think she was shooting shots. I didn't realize what was happening.
She was trying to figure out who ass she was going to eat.
That's a fact. Yo. So boom. So I looked.
Checking butthole eligibility.
She got
on the court.
She had like these rings on her finger, and I'm the wild, like overly observative nigga. Like mind you, I knew she had ankle weights on, all the shoes, all this shit. So I'm like, wait, you married? And I'm about to ask her like, yo, like you. So you're saying this because you're probably married and you got a husband and you eat his ass. That's what I'm thinking. This is all stemming from. She's like, I'm engaged. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, it's complicated. I said,
she's still
fuck.
fucking. She engaged, but she
nigga, she not engaged. She's trying to eat somebody's ass on the court, but she can't be engaged and eat somebody's ass on the court. So I'm like,
so
nigga.
what was the ring about? Is the ring a wild deterrent so she don't have to talk to the niggas? I think she really is
engaged or married, but at that moment, she was like, I'm not supposed to be engaged. Why this goofy motherfucker noticed this shit on my finger? So now I gotta break down this. You know how niggas say, well, we not together right now. But, niggas will drop it. She dropped that shit on us. But I'm over here like, damn, she talking to me more than them. Whose ass is she trying to eat now?
Yours. Nigga, you was on the menu.
I didn't want to be on the menu, though, because I'm not comfortable. Yeah. And I think she was trying to, like, take my shit. I was like, yo, what do you mean? She's like, you're going to do it. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, nah, you just fucking with the wrong one. I'm like,
no.
I'm fucking with the right ones. It's me. I don't want to do this. I don't want to get my ass touched. And I'm just like, you being real aggressive right now, lady. Like, you already play ball. You trying to play butt. I don't know how this works. And I'm just like... So, when y'all ready to go upstairs and lift now, I'm so thrown off because it just fucked me up.
Had a conversation, huh?
Because he knew it probably wasn't him. That nigga was like, I'm just... He actually tried to act like he didn't hear none of it. He was like, oh, wait, y'all was talking about that? I was like... Cam was like, whoa. He younger than me. I'm like, hey, my nigga, you gonna back me up? Nothing. Like, you almost feel like you just falling into the category of I get my butt played with.
See, and here's the thing with that. I feel like there's like different levels of like sexual activity disclosure. Where when we're younger, like niggas don't want other niggas to know that they jack off.
Right.
And they like, fuck you, nigga, I don't jack off. Please believe me. Please. You know what I'm saying? And then like you get older, I think there's a group of niggas who probably like to get their ass played with. They'll never say that shit. Because now we older, we can make jokes about jacking off shit all the time. It's like, whatever. Right. It's normal. It's funny. But I think it might be like a whole subculture or counterculture of niggas that like to get their ass ate because the butthole played with that would never admit to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a totally different level of disclosure. But then there's girls out there that try to normalize that shit. Like,
that's what my problem was. She literally broke it down like, nigga, you not old enough or mature enough. You're gonna do it eventually. And I'm like, you don't know my level of stupid. Like, I'm the nigga who's really all or nothing. Like, I've had the joke, and it's not a funny joke to me. Like, I'm like, don't touch me on the butt cheek while I'm washing dishes. Don't do none of that shit. Ain't fun. So it just fucked me up because I was just like, how did we get here, my nigga? And to think that, like, it's a chick who play ball, and she became a nigga on the court, bro. Like, I was really dead ass like, you went from trying to score on us 21 to you brought up, we talking about health. Health is wealth, prostate exam. You went to, a prostate exam ain't nothing. You get your butt played with. And I'm like, I don't get my butt played with. So I'm just trying to figure out.
She's trying to figure out a way to segue.
It was fast, too. I was like,
I play balls. I play under the balls.
I played a whole mound. All that over there, it's whatever. I played an open field. But what fucked me up was, like, again, she was really casual about it. I'm like, wow, we talking about buttholes on a basketball court, men butthole. And I don't even want to like, because I'm stupid, you know I like to talk. I'm like, so wait, the nigga play with your butthole first and you play back? I don't want to ask her these questions because then she's thinking I'm comfortable with it. I'm just like, I'm confused at why you think that more than the niggas you fuck with automatically like they butthole play with. And the fact that she's 4 years younger than me, and I'm like, yo, your generation is lit because I know a handful of women. And
it might be a younger
women
thing.
don't even suck balls half the days.
Yeah,
so it's like
it might be a younger generational thing because I heard about like girls coming up after like I graduated like the freshman class. It was a lot of girls that was like fucking up the ass to save their virginity. Like, and I was just like, yo, wait a minute. Like this the whole, and it was, sucking dick in the locker room, all this extra stuff. But like the fact that she's bringing that on improper format, which is a basketball court, it's like, we talking about ass kiss. Not a game. Not a game. Ass kiss.
Nigga, you can't. No, I don't really. And I was telling her it's crazy because I watched one of my favorite, the porn joints, the casting couch. It's a nigga who always, he get the girls in these same positions every time. Different girl. Like the fucking choreographed.
The nigga who he put it's the camera in front. Yeah. And he had no doggy and you see the face.
You always see the cheeks out. I'm like, oh, that shit lit, bro. He got the angles. He got the angles. Yeah. But always 68% through the motherfucking movie, he always has her on her knees and he laying back and he cock his legs. And I'm like,
that shit
why you gonna cock your spaniel, bro? Why you just gonna, you can't just, I'm confused at what makes, why you need that.
I don't know. I think I think he probably, or I won't even say he, niggas like that probably like kind of get some kind of a thrill off of, I'm trying to make sure this shit's still recording, but the niggas, I think they get like some kind of a thrill off of putting their ass in the camera or something, man, because like what else could it be?
That gotta be
like what else could it be? Ain't nobody trying to see that shit.
That's that shit.
That's not a point of view that I'm ever going. That's not a vantage point I'm ever going to see during sex.
The nigga from Black Ink Chicago, was it Chicago, New York, whatever? I think it's Black Ink. It was. I don't watch it either, but there was a nigga who basically had his Snapchat leaked. She was like, chick said send him a nude or send her a nude, and he sent the nude, but it was like he started at the front and then I ran around to the back. I said, this nigga sent a video.
That ain't from nobody but either him or other niggas, because think about that. Like
he sent a video of his cheeks.
I can't even get with the under the balls point of view where like chick giving sloppy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like the balls and like you see the chick like from under her chin. Like I'm never down there.
There's no reason I would be there in real life.
I need the wild POV shot like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
I need to know what
cool.
I can see in real life.
Yeah.
I would never be under my balls.
Never.
So
ever.
why would I?
You know what I'm saying? Not even.
I mean, and the crazy part is that's probably the dopest part of the imagination. You like, I don't know what she looked like when she doing it down there, but that shit feel good.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need to know. Like, it might look really gross.
Right.
And I don't want to fuck up my connotation of that, but
only way I would ever be susceptible to watching some shit like that is if I recorded it myself just because I was bored.
And you was like,
I be wild, but like I did everything with this guy I'm ever gonna do. Let me go ahead and just wrap this camera around like I'm fucking practicing and1 basketball moves.
He like, so I'm gonna just sit this underneath us. Hey baby, just go to work. Act like it's not there. Trip over the motherfucker when you stand up. Jesus Christ. And I was kind of sad you weren't there because I was like, it was me, Alwyn, and Cam, and these niggas are kind of like regular ass. We super regular niggas. They just regular niggas. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, fuck, I need another point of view because she's really being verbose with this. I'm like, on a basketball court, and you telling like all three of us like, yo, all y'all gonna do this shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm older than you though. And she basically saying like, you just need to bring your freak out. And I was so scared. I was like, because again, if I ever had it happen to me, like if a chick called like dead ass sniped me in the middle of sex and was like, yo, I'm gonna get a swipe real fast, pow. And I was like, oh shit, I like that. I would be so afraid because I would have to tell for the rest of my life, hey, can you lick my ass? And that would be like the worst sentence to hear resonate in my own brain because I have integrity and I gotta see myself every day. I'm like, I can't believe I asked that girl to eat my ass. I would never want that to happen to me.
Honestly, I don't even fear that. I think that I can't get past busting it open.
That's
or whatever the fuck, like however it happens.
Tooting it up, busting it open.
I've had it attempted on me before.
Oh wow.
And like hardcore, like nah, just whoop-de-woo, and I'm like, that shit's not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. I can't even think of nothing I would trade that shit for. Like, oh, why don't you let me do this? And I'll let you.
There's nothing worth it. There's nothing worth it.
No, there's not.
Plus,
no trade.
We can kind of get our shit off without trade.
It's a 85 Cutlass Supreme with the with a fucking Chevette engine in it.
It could be
no trade.
A woman who's
get nothing for that shit.
I had one partner, and you'd be like, "Yo, so can I?" Anything she let you do, you're like, "It's not worth it." because you will be the first person who's doing this to me. I would have to do everything to you before you get married. Like if you're not a virgin, like maybe you had sex with one dude or something, I can bust on your face and we trying anal and we doing everything that's fucking fake forbidden. And then maybe you can consider, and I'll probably still say no. You can give me all your first, and I'm still gonna say no. Yeah. But this is just me kind of manipulating you into be like, well, maybe if you let me try these 6 things, I'll, suck my dick on a handstand type shit, goofy shit, and then you're like, okay, it's your turn. You know what? I really am just not comfortable with this. And that's kind of how the world works in real life because we've seen, you're trying to figure out how niggas been out here getting pussy without kissing. Right. We do it. Niggas have done it for years. I don't know why women make it seem like that's part of sex. It's not even part of sex no more.
It's not. That's not intercourse. And if it is intercourse, then you got to say that it is. And you got to back everything up to kissing. And then, you know what I'm saying? And
everybody you kiss, you fucked.
Yep.
And that's unfortunate.
Exactly.
Your body count high as a bitch now.
My brain was sizzling out when I was saying that shit, but you got me. You got my back. You knew exactly where I was going with that. Thank you very much. We're the same nigga.
But that's why it's like, women really be like, they will give men head and be like, automatically assuming like, oh, well, he's gonna get my pussy, right? No. And if you don't give me head, that's fine.
You know, the funny thing is too, that ends up becoming, I think that's the beginning of the end of a lot of relationships, is where, first of all, you hoist expectations onto a motherfucker, which is always counterproductive in the long run. And then when you do hoist those expectations, let's say, you do fulfill one, like somebody gives you an expectation, you fulfill it because you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna bring you food because I'm already here, blah blah blah. Right. Then all of a sudden they start expecting the shit, and then when you don't do it, then they get upset.
Right.
And they start hoarding some shit from you that they would have done out of the kindness of their heart, or you would not even necessarily expect them to do, but it might be something in their nature that they would do for you. Now they're like, oh, I'm not doing that for you because you didn't do this. So then if a bitch is asking you to eat your ass and you like, nah, now all of a sudden she's not gonna let you bust on her face because you didn't let her eat your ass. Like,
it becomes transactional.
Exactly.
Like everything is exchange of like reciprocity.
Exactly. And to a degree, that is how relationships are set up, is always give and take. But at the same time, when those expectations fail and you have fallouts because the expectations fail, that is basically what kills relationships.
That happens to me because I'm stupid. But yeah, I'm glad you made that point because that's definitely, I think that's probably people get petty and like spiteful and you start counting shit. So it's like, again, you've like, I told you different things, like different reasons I would stop messing with a chick or just take a break or whatever it is, like literally because of her hairstyle. Or because she wore the wrong outfit 2 weeks ago and then posted a picture of it. It's like, oh, you just gonna do that, huh?
Yeah.
You thought I was gonna pull up on you all week? Nope, I'm busy. Why are you busy? Because you posted your titties the other day. And I ain't like that shit. And I'm petty. And I'm spiteful. So, but it's transactional. And I don't want to be that way, but unfortunately, this is how my brain is set up. So it's like, oh yeah, I posted this picture, it meant nothing. It meant something to me. So because it meant something to me, I gotta take something away from you, which probably does mean something to you. And you're trying to figure out, well, why the fuck did you take it away? Oh, because it's something that you thought was free. Nah, it ain't never free. There's no such thing as a free lunch. I just paid Uber Eats. Fuck, edit that out. Because it was supposed to be DoorDash.
It's all of them. What's the other one?
Fuck it.
DoorDash, Uber Eats,
Grubhub, Postmates. Y'all all get a free plug. Because guess what? If we got more than one viewer, go finesse them niggas out of their free credits. Excuse me. But yeah, so it's like, I think also with the whole relationship thing, when it comes to like the trade-off of sex, people don't understand it's really like the whole connection and the vibe shit. Because dead ass, like, most of my life, if I'm going to take a chick down, I've basically not planned it. But in my brain, I know what I probably plan on doing. Like, I'm going there. Hey, what's up?
So you saying you was like R. Kelly Wild, like with the moves, setting up the camera?
Well, not like that. But like in my brain, it's like, I'm going to go over here. If she let me take her down, I'm going to take her down. It wasn't.
Is it like basically like, oh, she got a fat ass, I'll make sure I hit it like this?
That's
well, you know what I'm saying? Or she got like,
women are goofy,
long hair, I'm gonna pull the hair, like that kind of shit. Or
in my mind, that too, but it's kind of like I gotta get the vibe. So you basically, if I get over there, if you just like on some, let's just get comfortable naked shit, I don't have to put in no foreplay work. Right. Like I might have to grab, a handful of Donald Trump's, Donald Trump pussy or whatever. Like, hey, just put my hand on it and then get wet. Be like, oh, we lit. And then I can start, you know how a nigga put her hand on your shit. Like, yo, we gonna get this started without having to say much. If I can fuck you like that, that's cool. I don't need to do nothing else. But then there's the times where you like been working on the project car and it's been in the garage for like 2 years and you just been shooting texts here and there. Y'all been linking up randomly. That's a different situation. So for every woman who feels like, oh, the nigga didn't even kiss me or he didn't eat me out, there's a bitch who got her box 8 on the first night and probably didn't even get no dick. And it's not anything to do with you. It's everything to do with me and my vibes with her. Like, plenty of women don't realize that if I ate your pussy the first night, don't think this happens a lot, but if I ate your pussy the first night, you are special. Do not think that he just out here eating everybody pussy on the first night.
Right.
And for the sakes of the other women who are not getting kissed on the mouth, or because that's how you get SARS. If you get kissed on the mouth before there's some trust, and I know how your hygiene is and how many times you brush your teeth a day and shit like that. If it's not your fault that I didn't kiss you or eat your vagina. It's literally the fact I didn't have to. And again, if you're like, oh, you can't get no pussy if you don't eat me out, I guess we don't have to have sex.
Yeah.
But then there's a girl who's over here who I really liked for 2 summers. And I said, yo, I like the way that French tip pedicure been sitting on the feet. She got cute feet. I bet your pussy look good. I'm probably going to eat her box. And as soon as I got over there, I ate her box. And it's cool.
So do you commit all the way if it end up being kind of like not the best personal hygiene situation, or if it got a little bit of a smell to it that you know is not just like an essence?
So boom, dead ass. I'm the one nigga in the world. I might be the unicorn. I have never come across stank box.
Word.
And I'll be out here like I don't even. Okay, so boom. Let's go. I'm 30 now. I done caught the, niggas like that marinated pussy sometimes, where it'd be like she was at work all day with the khakis on, and you try to take her down either on a lunch break or even as soon as she get off, and you be like,
she hit you with the wild. No, I gotta take a shower.
Like, nah. I want that seasoning on. I want that Lowry's. Eat a little Lowry's on it, and that's still decent. It's decent. Like, I've never even mama. So we grown here. I done caught a post gym fade. I feel like gym. If you let the gym sweat sit and it pools in the leggings, that shit might create something. Yeah. I've literally ate box after the gym, and it wasn't bad. I'm sure if I'd have waited 2 more hours, that shit would have killed me. Yeah. But it was like still like the fresh, like glistening. Right. So it wasn't like the bad. It was like, oh, you basically like if we fucked for an hour and we was sweating, it would be that same box. So
is there a difference with that? Was it like a little ting, like the little tanginess to it?
You know how you can taste what you smell and smell what you taste? Yeah, it's more of the somebody marinated this overnight. Yeah, with the dry rub. You know, so it's like the mesquite flavor this time. Some shit like that. So it's not like bad. Yeah, because I'm sure if like that ferments for another 7 hours and she watches some shit on Netflix and never takes a shower and then I take her down, it's gonna be different. But I also believe that's just the day's events, not so much her hygiene. Right. So I've never come across bad hygiene to where even I've heard stories where girls will be out the shower and then take their drawers down and they can be like, oh shit. My homie literally, fuck. I don't know how these podcasts work because you got stories and somebody might watch your shit. Yeah. Whatever. I don't care.
Beat shit out or whatever.
I can fight. Whatever. Yeah. So they can send their boyfriends or their baby daddies. My homie told me he had like put his finger in a chick waistband, which is like, you know how niggas try to get their hand in there. Yeah. And he was like, oh shit, nigga, she hit me with a whiffy whiff. And I said, wait.
In the waistband?
Nigga, you put your finger in the waistband? Right. Time out. Fuck. Yeah. So boom. Like he was like, I was just trying to like see if I can get her in the mood on something. I'm just pulling up shit.
Waistband.
Like nigga, the part
the elastic.
That's exactly what he said. I was playing with the elastic in the waistband, just trying to see if I can get her just like slide my hand in there. And he was like, nigga, she's like, no, I can't. And he was like, nigga, when she closed her shit, it was like a cloud. It hit the air. And I was like, damn. And then he talked about another girl. He was like, man, I was about to fuck her, but I went over there to spend the night, and when I laid down, she just like I could smell it through her underwear. I was like, damn. Dude, I know when my nuts stink after the gym. Like if I go somewhere and I'm like, I'm in the middle of a Walmart cashier line, I'm like, oh shit, nigga, you gotta get home ASAP. Your nuts smell. So there's no way a woman can't smell themselves. I don't know if this is a real thing, but other women have said this. She's like, oh, I'll go into the bathroom next to such and such, and she just get out the stall, and I'll be like, damn. But I was like, she was like, yeah, I've been next to her in a stall plenty of times, and that motherfucker just, it be lit in there. And I'm like, so do y'all tell y'all friends? Like, how does that work? Well, she not my friend, but I just know. I'm like, damn, so y'all just walk around and let the girl have stank box and everybody's commenting?
I feel like they gotta know though. It's gotta be like a level of self-awareness to where, and I think that it's also, I think it might be a good thing to tell people, you know what I mean? Because saying a chick, she might have like bacteria vaginosis or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I can
right.
never say that word right. But BV, and she might need to go get a checkup. You know what I mean? And on some super random shit, like if I ever was faced with a situation like that where it might have been like somebody I was fucking with long term, I always imagine that I would try to play them at first before I found out whether or not they had like an actual like medical condition, and I'd be like, oh hey, let's go get in the shower and make it sexy or some shit like that, just because maybe her shit was off. I think you got to give everybody kind of like that allowance. You know what I'm saying?
You a real nigga.
But at the same time, that second time, third time, you might have to say something like, yo, you might want to get that shit checked out. I done had a couple of horrific experiences. I done had like distinct experiences. There's one
wait. Distinct. I like what you did there.
Hey.
That was a good one.
But that was serendipitous pun. I can't even take credit for that one. But there's this one experience I had with this one young lady, fine, phenomenal young lady, career oriented, you know what I mean. By all means, like, you know, you see those women who are very well groomed on the outside, and you're like, oh, you know her, you know what I'm saying, if she's taking care of herself on the outside, pussy got to be phenomenally well kept. It's got to be like you walk in that motherfucker like, oh, well, this wallpaper, this is nice, this is really nice in here, you know what I mean?
Nice
the
decor.
floor is all vacuumed with the lines in it and shit, you know what I'm saying? And get in there and it's like smell like wild like hamburger meat 2 days after it turned, like very distinct, very very distinct smell. You know what I mean? And I didn't really know what to do with that, because I'm like, I know this probably ain't gonna be a long-term situation. I'm gonna just kind of let her cook, or, you know, no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Do you let the spoiled hamburger meat cook or not? But it ended up being a situation that didn't last long anyway, so I kind of said, fuck it.
But wait,
then
did you crack?
Oh yeah, no question. Yeah. I did. And you know,
said, I'm not sure if it's well done, but it's medium rare. I'm still
listen.
okay.
You know, I've been a caveman in my days, man. I definitely still had to take that down. So, I mean, because everything else, it's like, it's one of those. What do you call it? What do they say? Like the 80-20 shit. Like the 80-20 rule. Like you'll never find somebody who meets 100 points. Like you always find the 80-20. Sometimes that 20% might be lacking in us. You know what I'm saying?
Was that person your 80?
Box. Nah.
That's what it didn't matter.
Nowhere near.
He's gonna give me that bullshit.
She's a solid like 60 though. You know what I'm saying? 59. You know what I mean?
Out of the 41 that was related, how much was the bad box?
You said out of the
41 that remained, how much was the 41 bad box?
See, it was like, it might have been a solid 20, but you know, the other 20 was other bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
if she was 80 and that was the 20,
Yeah.
would you let it rock?
nah.
I mean, that 80-20 don't even work then.
I would have been faced with the situation I said before, where I'm like, okay, well, let me see if I could play her into the shower. And then after I seen it wasn't a shower thing, like, okay, well, you know, hey, you might want to get that checked out, because I don't think that's normal.
But wait, let's be realistic. What are we talking about? What kind of woman?
What kind
of woman?
As far as,
let's go with cultural.
Okay, cultural. She was black.
Okay,
black.
so boom. But is she going to be receptive to this?
That's the thing. The way that her personality was set up, probably not. And you could tell, like, you know how when you meet, so they say when you meet somebody, you first meet a representative or whatever. Like, I could see her personality kind of rearing its ugly head and kind of coming out at certain times or whatever. Like, there's a time we was at the gas station and I was trying to pump some gas for her or whatever. And I feel like I've told you this story before, but she had on this micro mini skirt, dog, and I was like, hey, I got you, because for two reasons. Number one, I'm not trying to have your ass out at the gas station. Number two, if somebody see me and they pull up and they see me in the passenger seat, they're like, oh, that's not a man. I know the perception and all that extra shit, but I was raised to be chivalrous shit. So I'm like, let me go ahead and pump your gas for you. And she's like, no, I got it. And I was like, no, I'll get it. And you're not really dressed for the occasion. And she's like, no, I got it. And this is way before like the whole women's empowerment movement and shit like that, where like all that, it was just I can't even tell the year because I don't want to give it away, but she ends up getting out pumping the gas, and I was like, okay, cool. She's like, I don't need no man to pump no gas for me. I'm a strong, independent woman, and whoop-de-woo and blase skip. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting there looking like a fucking duck in the car. I'm like, if somebody pull up, hey, little mama, let me pump your gas for you, and come over. I just imagine this nigga, waddling over with, with size 44 pants on, with like mouthful of goals, pumping the gas and looking at me like, what you gonna do? I'm for real still just gonna sit in the car. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go out there and like wrestle this nigga I'm always wild, like tree branchy with my scenarios and shit, and I get all super like introspective on all kind of different scenarios that could happen, and I was wild uncomfortable in that situation. So I think that in and of itself was enough for me to have an insight into her personality, knowing that I couldn't get her in the shower if I had to tell her box stank, or if I had to go past the shower scenario to get her to tell her box stank and tell her to go to the doctor. And also that like this was just a sign of things to come. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. But because it's still smash. But
So, because I have to, for the viewer's sake and my own curiosity, how was the box?
C minus, D plus.
Oh, so it didn't work the smell. But did the smell take away from it?
A little bit. I mean, and then
I think it has a grading system.
I mean,
that was real decent.
yeah,
Real decent.
I mean, I feel like every man has his standards, and I know that a lot of people are like, oh, he's categorizing and
Nigga, we just some super regular niggas.
super
We
regular
not
niggas.
smart
Turn
enough.
this shit off.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're listening anyway.
Yeah,
like
we're
you know,
not smart.
but I mean, and then on top of that, I think everybody does that. You know, when women meet men, they first look at their shoes and their teeth and all this shit, you know what I mean? And they size them up like that. And I'm pretty sure that if you had to rate all of your ex-boyfriends, you know exactly what fucking category, even if you put them in a Yahtzee scramble box and mix them up, any order that they come out, you would put them in an order in which you like them the most to the least. You know what I'm saying? And that's brings me to...
But wait, you think
Go
that's
ahead.
the overall thing? Like, you think women could do that with everything? Like men,
I think they can and they do.
We'll
'Cause that's
separate
how
the
their brains
sex.
are
We'll separate
set
the
up.
sex, the
Yeah.
personality, and then
Yeah.
like their not financial, like their responsibility. Like
No
the sex
question.
will have like different categories.
Yeah.
Do you think women ball all that shit up? Because you know how we hear it's a nigga who ain't got no job
Yeah.
who giving her good dick, and then it's a nigga
And
who
a good
has
dick always comes
401k.
first. That's why they cook. That's why niggas cook so long in those situations, because like I think like good dick for women is like the paramount category. What am I trying to say? The paramount stat category that
Okay.
will trump everything else.
But do you
It's
really
almost
think
like
so?
yeah.
That's crazy.
I think so.
So
And
when
it's
they-
just me.
so-
But we
so-
might have
so-
to have another woman on the podcast to get an opinion. But
if they
for
have,
me,
let's pause when good dick right here, and then there's like nigga who's super smart
Mm-hmm.
and intelligent and responsible and decent dick, and there's like this and that. You think they really just like if they were to line up 13 niggas who
Mm-hmm.
all have different things, they could rank them
no question.
over?
And then think, because you gotta think about it this way too. Think about how many girls we know that's been stupid for niggas, and it's because they end up saying that he got good dick. It ain't never because he really had his finances together. Those situations, even though like I think that let me rephrase it. Let me start over. I think that niggas that have good dick, according to women, can cook way longer in situations than anybody else that's just as strong in any other category.
That makes sense.
You know, meanwhile, I mean, I don't know if it's for every nigga, but I feel like the good pussy should only go so far.
Right. So
You know what
good
I
dick
mean?
could get it farther than good pussy will.
Yep. I think so.
And that makes sense.
Especially as we mature, you know what I'm saying? We want women that'll be like good mothers to our children.
Right.
Shit like that. We like, the good pussy is cool, but then you could reference Chris Rock's whole like new pussy, stand up bit where he talking about new pussy can't cook, new pussy illiterate and all that shit.
Right.
Like that shit get old. You know what I mean?
You know what? So
And I think we're less likely to be stupid for good pussy. But on the contrary, when we are stupid for it, we go way farther. We be trying to kill niggas and shit. So you know what I mean?
do you think? Okay, this is gonna be a stupid shift. So I'm still hungry a little bit, and he's still high. So don't judge this.
Yeah, I mean, this
Yeah.
is
So basically, in my mind, my man's put a status up today, my homie Darrell. And he was talking about basically, yeah, you got a degree, yeah, you got a this, but can you do these things? And him and I have had this conversation multiple times. Girls really be putting a resume up here. Niggas don't give a fuck about their resume. Why you like her? Nigga, she can quote Lil Boosie. That shit
Yep.
fire. And
Yeah.
I think pussy is in that same thing. It's like pussy's
Yeah.
good, but can you do this?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think everything that women try to quantify as this is what makes me a good woman, niggas don't give a fuck about. Like he literally put this on the status, and I was like, "Yeah, nigga." I'm like, "Do you know a song off Lil Wayne's Dedication 2? Like, do you know one verse of BMJR?" I literally put that in there. I was like, "My nigga, can we watch some of these bullshit
Yeah.
movies and can you quote them with me? Or you make a fire strawberry banana smoothie or something?" And I'm like, women really think that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say women don't have something like that for men. When was the last time like you really impressed a woman by like knowing a fucking Whitney Houston verse? Like, oh my God, you know that song? Think about how hype we be when we find a woman that's like has read a certain book or knows a certain song. You're like, yo, you know this shit?
And it'd be the simplest shit. And
You
we'd be
know what I
like,
mean?
Oh my God, you just turned me on with nothing.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
didn't have. I didn't
Exactly.
You didn't even know you were gonna turn me on that way.
Exactly.
Like I'm supposed to be like, oh, I gotta acclimate to your desire to have a man who has good financial responsibility.
So you get
core
all this checklist, you know what
I
I'm
gotta
saying?
be a
Yeah.
good parent if we have kids. I gotta
Yeah.
do all this shit, and we're just kind of like, can you make me happy? Can
Mm-hmm.
you lay next to me at 4 o'clock in the morning and talk about nothing? Can we laugh and get together in the line at Disney World because it's a fucking 2-hour long? Can we, make each other feel comfortable? And I think, like you said, women don't have that. They literally have like a laundry list of shit that they need to have, and not realizing like, good dick really might be the one.
Yeah.
The one that, like you said, they don't put on a list, and when they get there, they're like, fuck, all that other shit don't even matter no more. It's for us. Like the shit that do matter to us. And again, when we know plenty of women with good pussy that would not get cuffed. A nigga will still pull up per trimester of the year and try to finesse a little box here and there. But what niggas is not gonna do is act like they want to be with you. And women, you be like, oh, but I got 4 master's degrees. Yeah, bitch, I don't care. How many ways can you flip ramen noodles though?
Yeah.
Because we broke out here, and guess what? While you over here with these 4 degrees, and we paying back these $316,000 in student loans, we on a budget. So can you flip this bullshit? Because you think we finna go to Sullivan's or Chop House 801 bi-monthly? We ain't got it.
Yeah.
So can you do the simple things in life? And you think you just spent $300,000 on education? You think that impressed me? You spent $300,000 on knowledge. I got YouTube and Google, my nigga. Everything you know, I probably could learn. I got a fucking PDF file with everything that you fucking learned over the last 4 years because your professor's the plug.
Yep.
And
All we
really
missing is the piece of paper. You know, we still hold the same conversations with the same types of women, but then what they want to do is they want to get on that checklist. Like, well, what do you have? Do you have this degree? Do you have this and that? And that's cool. You know what I mean? But I think that it also says something to the idea and to the fact that those women have harder times finding quality men or quality according to their standards. And I mean, and we might get ate up in the comments if this shit ever come to light. Or, you know,
ate up because we had that ass eating conversation.
Right. Exactly. You know, so people might try to, you know, contest the things that we say, but I mean, it's a fucking fact. Those are backed by statistics, and I don't have those numbers. They might be statistics I just made up for the sake of the show.
That's cool, but you know, I'm gonna run with them because I believe you because I'm still kind of hungry. But
how many like black successful women that do you know that like
what is
can't
success?
find then all of the traditional Western civilization type.
We're not gonna do that. We're gonna do that. You talking about like the wifey type?
Itemize
the wifey type.
Not
the
necessarily.
Ones that went to school and they're a good woman too. The ones that I have a good job and we don't even care if you like. We don't even care about.
Yeah, but like, and I can't date a certain kind of guy if he don't meet these things on his checklist.
The Taraji P. Henson from
you gotta
Think
make,
Like a Man.
Yes,
like you
gotta make at least 50 bands. You gotta make you gotta have no kids, no smoker, blah blah blah, all this extra shit. And you know, to a degree, some of that shit, like you got to have your standards, but at the same time, if like you are looking for a man based off this fucking checklist, you're gonna get him, and he might be a closet homosexual. Like that's just kind of something that comes with it because you're not basing it off of the intuitive feelings of finding somebody organically and just kind of vibing with them and shit like that. It's not at all.
There's no fucking recipe that says, "Oh, I'm gonna make."
And I think that's what they think it is. You know what I mean?
And my favorite line is, "Women try to fall in love on purpose. Niggas fall in love on accident." You know why we fall in love on accident? Because we didn't even look for love, and that shit fell in my lap. If it came because of good pussy and proximity and spending time, that's cool. If it came because we had fire conversations before we ever had sex and blah blah blah, women be like, "Oh, but if you don't do this, I can't talk to you."
Yeah, and so that proves the point that like not proves the point, but that goes to the point that women love opportunistically. You know what I'm saying? In most cases,
that's a bar.
They do, you know what I'm saying? And we
gotta make one day.
It might have to be, but and it's no blow to like successful women or you know what I'm saying, successful black women because I probably know a lot of probably just as many. I can't say just as many. I know a lot of successful black women who are happily married in great situations or
were they looking for themselves in a nigga form?
They was looking for were they looking for themselves in nigga form or were they looking for themselves
accomplishments?
Those
they can't do with me. Like if you're successful, I'm not obviously not successful.
I don't know.
I'm just saying I don't know if I can pull up.
That.
They're not gonna look for a nigga like me.
They're not gonna look.
Yeah,
but
that's
like
what I'm saying. So we're
women
not
don't look for niggas like us. I'll throw myself in that boat because I feel like I can. But that's the thing. They don't know niggas like us exist either, or like to the degree that they can actually go look for them.
But I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So I think we have to almost by default take ourselves out of that equation. You know,
but because we super regular niggas,
yeah. But that's I mean, comes with the territory.
This is like to me, okay. This is women always say you guys are shallow. We fucking right, we shallow.
Yeah.
Because I'm not helping the fat girl. Now I'm not saying fat because fat's not the thing anymore. There's plenty of pretty fat girls, but let's go with the person I'm just not attracted to. And again, everyone has a different preference. Let's not go with this whole you like different girls and he likes whoever. Let's just whatever my non-preference is. If I see her on the side of the road changing a tire, I'm like, damn. Hope AAA on the way because she look like she's stressed out. And I might even stop and be like, are you good? And typically the strong, independent woman that we have in the feminist era is like, nah, I'm cool. I got it. All right, cool. Now, if it's a woman who fits my preference, I might pull over, jump out, say, hey, I don't want to, approach and make you feel uneasy or anything, but do you need any help? Are you good? No, I'm fine. I got it. I'm going to probably say, you sure you got it? I mean, I can help you. I would be a little more, try to persuade her to let me step in. And I think for men, that's based on physical attractiveness or whatever. And women don't realize, like, there's plenty of cool girls we meet that we weren't attracted to when we first saw them.
No
we
question.
got cool because we worked with them or we seen them at the gym and we like, oh, damn, she got a pretty smile or she got this and that. Over time, I think women don't realize that just as much as we do that, they come across niggas who are cool that they never thought they would be with and be like,
question.
damn, that nigga's...
I done cooked up like that in several circumstances.
And I think it's because especially you and I, we don't feel like, quote unquote, we're not good men. We are very regular niggas. And super regular niggas meaning we don't do nothing specific. There's men out here who brag on, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. Niggas have this on their business card. Like, I don't know what kind of nigga I am because I'm just fucking regular. This is a bunch of random standard shit that I can do.
Yeah.
I'm your typical nigga as far as I'm concerned. And there's women who are like, oh, I need a guy who's an entrepreneur and he's a faithful man and he's church going. I'm like,
That entrepreneur shit only goes so far though. And I know
what does that even mean though?
This
It
is the
means
thing.
nothing nowadays. Nigga, I started making shirts 2 days ago. Now I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes, but when they say entrepreneur, they mean a successful entrepreneur.
But they
because
that's not-
most entrepreneurs are not successful.
But how do
you
we
know
know
what I'm
this?
saying?
When I tell you-
They're not
so
bringing
when-
in a lot of
what would
bread.
they say now, women? Oh, you're an entrepreneur. That means you're unemployed.
Basically, and that's the thing is that those terms become synonymous. Like it's fucked up. But
And we can just create whatever narrative based on. So we really can just dress it up
yeah,
to either play into our favor or not. But it's like women have to ask more questions, which is kind of how women get cooked. But whatever. So that was a little bar I'm gonna give y'all. If a nigga say he entrepreneur, you gotta say what kind of entrepreneur and how successful. You can't just say, oh, he's a broke ass nigga because he's basically saying I'm an entrepreneur because I'm unemployed and I work for myself. But you also can't mean or assume that he's successful. You can't be like, oh, this nigga, he's got a business for himself. The nigga make this. I know plenty of what the fuck is in Joe's Fashions right now. Somebody who owned that motherfucker is a fucking entrepreneur. I don't know what's in that bitch, and I've never stepped in there. No slander to Joe's Fashion. All I'm saying is, if Joe's Fashion nigga walked up and said, I'm an entrepreneur, and you saw his place of business, you'd be like, oh, this nigga got an established business and everything. And I'd be like,
yeah.
what that mean?
Go get a zoot suit with the coattails in it right now, Steve Harvey style.
We don't know what that nigga's tax refund or tax return look like. We
Yeah,
don't have
exactly.
any idea. So when it says successful, I can really tell. Like, I have degrees and I don't use none of them shits. If niggas be like, oh man, I got degrees, nigga, that shit don't matter. My homie, who you know him obviously, but AJ has a fucking business degree. Nigga, he's like, I don't know why I got a degree. I thought I was going to use it. I didn't use it. And now he is a fucking State Farm agent.
Yeah.
Plug, nigga, cut the check. But outside of that, like, women would have been like, oh, but he's got a degree though. The nigga don't care about his fucking degree. That nigga didn't go to his own graduation.
Exactly.
Where women are out here getting their
Yeah.
face beat for their associate's degrees, and no shade to y'all, ball out, celebrate your motherfucking accomplishment, but don't get upset because other men don't put stock on the same shit women do. This nigga had a whole bachelor's and maybe a master's degree, and the nigga didn't go to either graduation, and at the same time, he didn't make a big deal out of it. You can make a deal out of anything you want to, but don't get upset because we don't put the stock that you put in the same shit. Like,
Yeah.
you got your degree, and you was like, oh, we gonna have a party, and we gonna celebrate, cool.
Right.
This nigga did nothing. But yet you'll look at him and say, oh my God, you should be more proud of yourself. For what? So,
Yeah.
but
And I feel like that also points to the idea that like women kind of want to be lied to when it comes to that kind of shit. Where you said that they need more information and would they need to ask more questions, I think they kind of want to be lied to because you also have like the rate of success in men. Most men like are late bloomers when it comes to like success in life. And so for a woman, they are battling like this proverbial biological clock where they, you know, I'm probably gonna get beat up for this, but like they peak at 25, looks wise. But then they want a man to, hey, they want a man to kind of like have his shit together by 25, and most men don't have their shit together by 25. It's just not. It's like the man who does have his shit together by 25 is a fucking anomaly.
Right.
And even if you do got bread or whatever, then it's like a whole bunch of other shit he probably still out fucking a gang of bitches, you know what I'm saying, drinking and drugging on the weekends and shit like that. So they make these exceptions to the rule, and they date potential, instead of dating the man that they feel like they want, you know what I'm saying, or that they feel like they deserve. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that those men aren't out there, but it's rare. And instead of allowing that man time to develop into the man that he's going to be, and then like getting with him, they want to rush the process because they know that they're not going to be able to leverage their looks for only but so long.
When they had that 30 hit, it probably hit a little
you know what I'm saying? They
So
might not be able to pick up all the same options.
In a nutshell, after 25 or maybe between 25 and 30, bitches shouldn't look for relationships. They should just fuck. And possibly just look for a nigga when they start going downhill.
I wouldn't say all of that, but I would say that women should they should be more fluid in the experiences that they open themselves up to.
So more fluid in their experiences that they open themselves.
Exactly, they're fluid and open and all that. And my thing is, I feel like it shouldn't just be that they should be more sexual or that they should be more this or that, but they should definitely like.
I'm just like, why are they dating then? What's
I
the
have
point?
no idea.
That's what I'm saying. So you might as well just if you have your sexual needs and you want to have a friend with benefits, cool. But why are you trying to pretend that you're going to build a life with a nigga at 25 when you know you're not?
Yeah,
I'm not ready, nigga. I was doing nothing at 25. I was a web designer, rapper. I wasn't a rapper. I thought I was a producer. I was a producer, website guy, graphic nigga. I was fat. It was all this shit I was doing at 25, and I'm just like, I'm nothing like that anymore. So it's like, if you were dating me at 25, you're not going to get the same nigga at 30. So why'd you even date me at 25 when I could have probably told you, and all my friends and my father, my uncles, they're like, yeah, my nigga, you ain't going to find yourself, blah, blah, blah. So you could tell these women, hey, if I would have known, I'd be like, don't date me. Because I'm probably just trying to fuck you. And it'll save you some emotional energy if you don't fall in like with the nigga at 25 who's trying to be a graphic designer and a producer and all this other shit, just to get a nigga who wants to have a regular 9 to 5 in 4 years. And you're like, but wait, I thought we were going places and we was going to get Chanel bags on Rodeo Drive. And I was like, nah, that rap shit over. Or whatever I was fucking doing. I was trying to do everything. Twitter niggas we all had like 7 aliases. And I don't know what the fuck. That's where niggas thought the internet really could take you places. And I was reaching for stars that was never there. So, but
we could do a whole show on that. I mean, because I feel like a lot of people did cook up in the internet age, in the era where it was like this really fertile time where we didn't know what the internet was going to evolve to as far as like the Instagram celebrities and shit now, you know what I'm saying? And I think that there was this gold rush mentality. There still kind of is when it comes like the modern media landscape or whatever. But there was a time where you could put something out and like you had to put it out at a certain time before like all the bots came in and all the fake followers and shit like that, where you could have really like if you had something, you was out of here, you know what I mean? Like it really really fucking took off.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, you killed that shit.
This concludes episode 1, part 1 of the Super Regular Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Super Regular Pod for updates, extras, and giveaways. We're gonna be giving away mad shit, son.